What's your prediction for the fight, a la Rocky 3?
Bang.
Derek Lunsford, I'm sneaking in here on you.
After that prediction that you had, I don't know if we need to talk.
Everyone hates me, don't worry. Only the person who wins.
I'm playing. What's up, Dave? How you doing?
Coming off that second place last year,
Yeah.
no one expected anything from you. Now you have a lot of pressure. You're number 2 man in the world. I mean, a lot of people, myself included, believe that you can win this show in the right lineup.
Thank you.
How much pressure, and how do you kind of deflect the pressure and not think about it?
Well, listen, pressure is not tangible, right? Pressure is only what you put on yourself. It's in here, right?
Yep, 100%.
So there's no amount of pressure that I feel unless I allow it to get to me. And so for me,
It's a very mature way to be. Most competitors are not like that.
I feel that I learned that a long time ago in wrestling, actually. And so now this is my 7th Olympia, and I am truly grateful that I get to do what I love every single day and do it for a living and have so many people that come out here and support like this, you see, Dave. And I get to fight for the most prestigious title in the world. I'm here to make history this weekend to be the first 2-division Olympia champion ever and the number 18 Mr. Olympia of all time. So yeah, the stakes are high, but pressure, I get to just go out and do what I love and be the best I can at it. And that's how I look at it. I'm grateful.
It's a very good outlook, because what you're saying essentially is you're getting paid to do everything you love to do on a daily basis. And you know what? You're not going to put any outcome on what you do. And that's smart.
Yeah, man. I mean, I obviously am here to win. And I believe that I have a great shot at it. The way I look at the competition is exactly what I said at the press conference. I've said it on my YouTube channel. I preach all the time. It's like, your competition doesn't have to be like this. It doesn't have to be like you guys butt heads or hate each other or talk smack or talk trash. It could be some fun, little back and forth banter. But look, man, like I fell in love with going to the gym with my buddies, with my friends, my training partners. We push each other, and that's still the way I see it. I was just training with Hottie a few weeks ago, and he's the guy to beat this weekend. He's a reigning champion, and the way I see it is like he's holding me accountable for me to be my best. Those days that I, want to, I'm not feeling it, and I want to maybe give 90%. It's like, no, listen, these guys are giving 100%. I'm giving 100%.
Isn't it good though when you train with the guy you got to beat? It kind of makes him more humanized to you, and it's not as scary because you kind of know him, right?
Well, it depends. Maybe you're right about that.
I always felt like when I'm training with a competitor, he's not as scary anymore.
Yeah, but Hottie trains hard. We both love to train crazy intense. Right. They say stimulate, don't annihilate. I say stimulate, then annihilate. All right?
Hey, good luck, Derek, and I wish you the best.
All right, God bless you, brother.
We're standing here with Carlos Thomas Jr., who's no longer looking very junior. You're looking huge.
Thank you, brother. I really appreciate that, man. Like, as you know where we started.
It's a middleweight. Middleweight.
Yeah, we worked together, man. We brought the top
176.
Top 5 at 2017 Nationals, man.
That's right.
And conditioned the hell out of me, didn't you?
Yeah. Hey, you got to make weight, man.
Heck yeah, man. But it's good to see you out here. We're here. Yeah, it's going to be a really good Olympia, man.
Are you excited?
I'm super excited. Yeah, and the goal for me next year is to be here.
I know. What do you think's going to win? If you had to make a bold prediction.
Oh my gosh. I'll say in my prediction, I'll say Derek. To be honest with you, man.
Now, what do you like about Derek? Why do you think Derek will take this?
I mean, I do love Derek's shape. I think that, he's obviously from the back, he's very dominant. And I think that he's made the improvements with a full year off, to make that maturity from the front look a bit better. Thicker in the legs. I think he'll bring that density that he was missing last year.
Are you saying that because he's the same height as you?
It gives me a better chance, yes.
You'd much rather go against him than Samson.
Someone who's almost 6 foot tall, I'd rather go against someone.
He's over 6 feet.
Yeah,
Samson.
I'd rather someone who's a little bit on my stature. But I do have Samson in second, actually. around that second. It could float. I obviously believe the top 3 could be Samson, Derek, and Hadi.
Yeah. Let's see an arm shot. This guy's got some of the biggest arms in the business. He had the biggest arms when he was a middleweight. Look at those fucking things. I got a big hand too. That's a big arm. What is that? About 23 inches?
Yeah, it's around 23. Yeah.
That's a real arm too. Hey, thanks, man.
Thanks, Dave. I
Good
always
seeing you.
appreciate it, buddy.
All right, I'm standing here with Michael Kiso, who might have the craziest arms in the entire Olympia lineup. How big are those guns?
I don't know, around, I think, 16 centimeters.
Which is probably like 25 inches. Let me see. Throw those things up. Let's see them. That is a big freaking arm. How does it feel going into your second Mr. Olympia competition?
I feel very good, but now tired.
Tired, but you know what? The adrenaline's going.
I don't understand.
The adrenaline, you got a lot of energy.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. It's got to feel good to stand up on that stage this year as one of the people that people are talking about. People are telling you, you're one of the guys to look out for
understand.
now.
Yes, thank you. Thank you to people.
How much size have you added from last year to your frame? How much
Size?
muscle? How much weight?
I don't know, maybe
You look big.
bigger, but my condition is better because it's look.
See the abs.
It look,
Let's see those abs. What would you be happy with placing? Top 6, top 10? What are you looking for this year?
Top 8.
Top 8?
Yes.
All right, I think that's very possible. Good luck.
Thank you so
On stage,
much.
Michael Kiso, standing with Phil Klahar, who made it back to the Olympia. Looking great this year, bigger than I've ever seen you.
Yeah, I feel good. We feel good. We're in a much better place. If you've been following my whole season from Orlando, from Romania, we're in a really, really good place. Like I was telling Ron, I don't like, count my birds before they hatch, but this is probably the best positions I've been in so far. And I think we're going to show up and show out.
When you're on, you're very tough to beat. But you got to come in with that crazy peeled conditioning that we know you're capable of getting. Why is it that sometimes we see you a little off? Was there been some setbacks along the way?
Well, Orlando was a very depleted diet, and with a new coach trying to figure out what works for me. Right. We really nailed it for Romania, but then we ran into the cellulitis infection in the long travel.
I heard you had an infection in your leg.
So we ran into that, a 12-hour delay. I've never traveled internationally before, so that was some setbacks. But just being home now and not have to worry about traveling and flying and rest, we're in a really, really good place. I'm really, really shocked.
This is hometown for you, really.
Yes. And the lineup is tough, but like I told Ron, I just want to break the top 10. That's all I want to do.
Size-wise, you can stand with all these guys. You're not any lighter. You might be one of the biggest guys in the lineup, actually.
Yeah. Well, one of the big things Steve, Weinberger told me from Romania, the big thing was the conditioning they liked, but they really want me to control my midsection, and we did that. The midsection is much, if I could pull off a vacuum, it'll be amazing, but we're going to do our best. But we look really good, waistline-wise, condition-wise, shape-wise, structure-wise, and they want me to bring energy, more energy. So,
one thing people don't know about you, no one works harder than you.
Hey,
you're very quiet, but I work with you a little bit. You're very hardworking. You take it very seriously.
Yes, I told a lot of people working with you. I said Dave brought me in the best shape out of a lot of people I've worked with. Conditioning was never an issue when we did our thing. Yeah. So you're an amazing coach. It was great working with you. But 49 years old. We got one more year. Next year, I'm finishing up.
Is that it, really? You're going to call it quits?
Yeah. Well, I'm going to do next year. We're going to finish. We're going to come back in Orlando, see what happens, do Texas and Tampa, and then we'll see where it falls. I think I could be back here again next year. We'll see.
Good luck with the top 10 this year.
Thank you, man. God bless you.
Standing here with a legend in the bodybuilding world, Lee Labrada, and Lee was just telling me a story about back in the day.
Dave, it's so great to be here at the Olympia. Let me tell you, we were just talking about the excitement here, and I was telling you, Dave, about a time back in 1988 when I had Chris Dickerson, the former Mr. Olympia, come over to my house, and my wife cooked us dinner. We were living out in the marina, and I was dieting for the show. And you start getting a little burned out and stuff as you get closer to the show. Right. And I told Chris, I can't wait until I'm done bodybuilding, so I don't have to go hungry. And he pulled me aside and he goes, Lee, once a bodybuilder, always a bodybuilder.
Right.
And he's so right, man. We just feel the energy here at the Olympia.
Oh, it's got to be electrifying to see your son up on stage. Come on.
Oh, dude, it's just amazing. It's just, it's like I got to pinch myself. It's like watching a movie all over again.
It's like you keep going.
Right, right. It's like, yeah.
Vicariously
Yeah,
through this
it's
guy.
like another bite of the apple. Yeah.
And he got the best of your wife and your genetics.
Man, I tell you what.
Taller.
Yeah, he's taller and better looking.
I think you guys look like clones of each other, actually.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
What's your prediction for this guy?
You know, super excited, and I'm expecting a top 3 placement.
All right.
So
I think that's absolutely in the realm of possibilities.
yeah, God willing. Let's
Thanks,
see what
Lee.
happens. All
Good
right.
straight seeing you again.
All right, good seeing you.
All right, we're standing here with Hunter Labrada. We just talked to his dad, and this is arguably the best season you've had of your entire career. I think you finally nailed the conditioning. You got the look that the judges asked for. What was the secret? What do you think you were missing in years prior?
Man, I said this in a couple interviews at this point. I spent all my life being a really good athlete. This is the year I became a really good bodybuilder. I dieted a lot harder. I did a lot more cardio. We pushed really flat for longer periods of time. On the Tampa and Texas prep, I actually didn't hop on a scale for 6 weeks of the prep as we got closer because, it's like I got to the point where I truly had all the size that I needed. I just needed to put that size on stage and shape. So
You gained a lot of size this past year, too, it looks like.
where I needed it,
Right.
put it on my back. So definitely put it on my back and, just worked harder, worked smarter, and was able to dial it in.
Do you think when you have really good shape and structure like you do, that you can sometimes skate by with not the greatest conditioning, but good conditioning, but not great, and now you've pushed it to that next level?
I mean, if we're being completely honest with you, you could call that the story of my career until this year.
That's not very honest.
Subpar conditioning with great shape. I'll own it. I'm very pragmatic about my bodybuilding. I have no illusions to it. This is the first year that I've shown up in stage shape. So, that shape coupled with the conditioning is dangerous, and I'm looking forward to showing that. Yeah.
And we know the judges, that's what they've been looking, and I think you got thumbs up from them after Texas and Tampa.
Yes, yeah, for sure. Got really positive feedback. Obviously coming out of Texas, they worked us over. So, coming out of Texas, I've been posing a lot, ready to go to the distance the next 2 days.
It's interesting because we got guys that are short, like Hadi and Derek, and then we got guys that are super tall, like Samson and Andrew, and you're kind of like bridge the gap between both of those guys with better shape.
Now that Nick's out, because I was like,
Right.
it's kind of one of those things like Hadi, Derek, Nick and I, and then you got like Andrew and Samson.
You're in the middle.
Yeah, so I'm rocking it by myself now.
I think that's actually a good place to be because you kind of have the best of both worlds.
Yeah, it'll be interesting for sure. Obviously, like you said, taller than Derek and Hadi, but they have a ton of size on them. Derek's back's ridiculous, and then. Everyone saw Andrew and I. I'm looking forward to that rematch for sure. And then Samson's.
I bet you want to beat him after that Texas.
I'm looking forward to that, man. Yeah, no, he's a great dude. Him and I, there's nothing but respect between the two of us. So, to get to go out there and really do it for a third time. Olympia last year, Texas this year. This is a third time, so I'm looking forward to it.
Best of luck.
Thank you, Dave.
Thanks.
Appreciate you, man.
We're here with the man with the best voice in bodybuilding.
Deep sexy.
Charles Griffin.
How you doing, my man?
Look big.
Oh, it's on, brother. It's on, brother. We
Gained some muscles since the last time we talked.
man, it is on, man. We're hard. We're shredded. We're dry. We're gonna move up a lot of spots tomorrow.
I think people. You're the dark horse in this lineup.
It's gonna be on, man. What me and Matt got going on right now, it's beautiful, man. It's the most relaxed, most calm I've been. It's like no stress. Everything's going perfect, man. I'm just excited.
I wanted to ask you about that because no one's predicting you top 5 or 6.
Yeah.
That takes the pressure off you.
Yeah.
Then if you place top 6 this year,
Yeah.
then next year the pressure's on.
Yeah,
Do
yeah.
you like it now since no one's kind of like saying anything?
It don't matter to me, man. I'm not even listening to the noise, you know what I mean? Because I know what I'm bringing, and I know I'm going to get in that top 10. I'm looking for the top 7. That's what I'm trying to do. Top 7, top 8, man. Like, it's wide open right now. We got a lot of guys ain't doing it, this and that, and, man, what we bringing is something special, man. I promise you, man. I'm just so excited, man.
What are we going to see better than the last time? You were pretty good the last time.
We're going to be fuller. We're going to be fuller with more condition because you even said that you thought I could be a little more fuller, and Matt said that as well. So we started feeding up a little sooner, and now, man, it's going to be nasty.
Good luck.
Thank you, bro.
Charles Griffin. I'm here with Andrea Schor, but I'm not really interested in her Olympia titles. I want to know about this rice cereal stuff.
Well, it's hot rice cereal.
Yeah.
And the unique thing about it is, so everybody in the bodybuilding world is familiar with cream of rice, right?
Right. I love it.
Orange packet, and it's great, but it's not the best. I mean, it's got the high iron content, and for those of us who compete, It's not ideal. I mean, we're not babies, right?
Right.
The added benefit with this, though, it's black rice in it. And black rice is something that a lot of people aren't familiar with.
Tell me about it.
High in antioxidants and high in anti-inflammatory properties. So for a bodybuilder, golden. Keep inflammation down.
Is it black in color?
No, it's actually purple.
Wow.
So when you see it and you prepare it, it looks purple.
So this is just rice. There's no extra protein or anything like that?
Not at all. But
So
there's enough protein in it naturally.
Now, how does the body digest this? Better than normal rice?
Right in the intestine, right in the small intestine, and which is great because for people who have like irritable bowel syndrome and Crohn's, these are things that are easy on the gut. But again, you get anti-inflammatory.
Is there fiber in this, or is it like kind of like a white rice type?
It's a blend. So we
Okay.
have blends, and that's what you want, right? You get the best of both worlds. And again,
love it.
Easy digesting.
You're the first woman that I've ever seen come out with a product like a product.
I had a great team.
I love it.
And when we sat and we chatted, it was like, okay, what's going to be most important to how we're going to fuel athletes and people? We don't just want athletes. We want everybody from babies to the elderly, right? Because, I mean, lifelong health is the ideal goal.
I like that you're involved in promoting nutrition and not only just your Olympia wins.
I want people to live well.
That's right.
That's what bodybuilding to me is.
I got to try one of these.
You do.
I'll be a big advocate of this. I love that you put your picture on the.
Hey, I mean, if I stand behind it and I put my name on it, then it's good.
Yeah, how does it feel? I think you're the third winningest bodybuilder in the hit overall. I mean, in terms of prize money, because the women between your Rising Phoenix wins and your Olympia wins, you probably make more money than almost everyone in the sport.
Not doing shabby.
Aside from maybe the overall Olympia winner and the Arnold winner.
And the Arnold,
you're number 3.
Hey, I mean, happy to do it, but then like I know, there's a responsibility for each champion to give back.
Absolutely.
And it's all about what are you going to do to contribute to make the other people's life better, right? Other people meaning moms, dads, brothers, sisters, aunts, everybody. Because again, at the end of the day, I even tell my clients, we want to live well, we want to move well, right? Quality of life is what you really want, be able to enjoy your life. So it starts nutrition and movement.
Yeah, but your personality is good. You're promoting the sport. A lot of champions kind of just hide out and come around just when they're going to compete. You're out there. You're putting yourself out there. You're doing products.
Absolutely.
And I got to commend you for that.
Until I get to about 3 months out, maybe about 2 months out, I'm going to always heavily promote, showing up at shows, encouraging amateurs. I'm even watching amateurs now. I was watching, the amateur Olympians. I'm like, okay, I'm looking at this person. This young lady right here, followed her career as she's starting to come along. It's just a matter of if you're really in it, be in it. And you got to be a good ambassador, because I think that there's been talk that some people who have won titles, right, just didn't have the heart for it. And if you got the heart for it, then you make time for it.
Yeah, I mean, I wanted to ask Hadi Chupin at the press conference. I haven't seen him all year saying anything, so he's been hiding out.
We don't know what's going on over there in Iran, though. I mean,
yeah, but I think it's an obligation for people to put stuff on social media and be a leader, so that the people who are aspiring to be at the top have someone as a role model
to look up to. Yeah,
and you're doing it.
That definitely comes with a lot of work, though. You have to have a good team.
I think that's part of the responsibility of the title.
I would have to agree. But
Good
everybody's
luck.
got their own individualistic things. But Jay Cutler's one of my faves, and I got a chance to ask Jay.
He does it right.
I asked Jay very early on, and right after my first win, Jay, how are you doing it? Because I don't see anybody doing it on your level. And he gave me some really good advice.
He works harder than everyone else, that's why.
That's it. That's the simple sauce, right? And he said, don't switch up. So I heard you, Jay. Thank you.
Good luck on the stage, and I think you're going to be taking home another title this year.
I have to agree, my friend. Thank you, guys.
I love RXMuscles. Thank you.